turned around the wrong way this morning. I just looked at the clock. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 9 o'clock. Let's go. We're crafting. Good grief. Look at this. This is a hot mess. This is good times. Oh well. So, Painted Poppy today, guys. Painted Poppy. That's what it looks like. And look at my stickers. 4 catalogs this thing has been in. So I'm not happy with my hair, so I'm flipping you down right away because I can't stand it. Morning, guys. So we're flipping you around. I have a class at 10 and there's a lot of pieces to this card. So let's get rolling. I also realized that my phone was not charged, so I'm a bit of a hot mess this morning. It's all good though. We're crafting. It's cool, it's cool. So bringing up comments. My video is good. So Zach comes in here and he moves my table around, which is not super helpful. So my things are not set up properly. Okay. Kate, Pam, Terry, hello. Okay, Painted Poppies. So we're gonna use, really from this stamp set, I'm gonna use these 2 like splatters. Remember, don't do red because it looks like blood. And then these are the dies. So I'm using a lot of dies, pretty much like 75% of them. And then we're gonna do a sentiment from here. I think I'm gonna use Wildly Grateful. So let's talk about the pieces. So I've got a standard A2 size card base, I guess. It's going this way. My paper has got some mucky muck on it, but it's okay because I'm going to cover it up. So that's that. Let me bone fold this, or bone, whatever, crease it. Now, paper, this one. This is bonus points. Anybody know what this is? This is your hint. And I had to get creative and figure out what colors that was because I couldn't quite figure out what paper that was from. And then flipped it over. Anybody know? I'll wait for Facebook to catch up. So there's that. And then here's some of our pieces. Do you guys like Avid Projects? Everybody likes a good Avid Project. I remember when I first started stamping and then I used to watch Brandy from Brandy's Cards. She's in the States. And then I would put all the things that I needed in the cart. And it was like a couple $100, I think. And anyways, I had to start small. I had to do the easier beginner and casual crafter first. So anybody know? Ooh, Pam, good guess. Marvelous. That's like an old DSP celebration. I mean, it's Rings of Love. These little birds are so cute. We worked with this paper at the last card buffet. Okay, so my silicone mat, which I'm a big fan, of course. So I've glued some of these together. So the dies, I really like these leaves, like a lot. So we've got 2. I'm just going to show you these 2. So, sorry, the paper I'm using, Pear Pizzazz, Mossy Meadow. These are our 2. Hi, Wendy. So what's cool about the silicone mat is that it makes it so your work surface doesn't get all sticky. I'm gonna do this. So if I was smart, I would have used the adhesive sheets. Now I talk about those all the time after the fact, but what I really need to do, I think, is put them, the adhesive sheets, by my die cutting machine. I think that's what I need to do. Because like this isn't terrible. These are gonna go in the background. Guys, there's so many layers to this card. It's gonna be amazing. Who am I casing this from? You know what, I don't know. This is a way back track. Because this Poppy Parades set has been around forever. I'm actually kind of sad because I feel like maybe Stampin' Up! Is gonna bounce it after this next annual catalog. Gosh, I hope not, but that's a lot of cycles through the catalog. So if you like poppies, it might be the set for you to get. I did a beautiful, well, if I do say so myself, beautiful project for Remembrance Day one year with this set. I was very happy with. It's easy to add lots of elements because of all the dies. Okay, so it's obvious what I'm doing here. So I'm alternating. See how I've got the two variations? I don't know if I'm gonna need all these, but you know, can always save them for later. I'd rather have too many than not enough. Do you guys have a silicone mat? Do you use it? Do you love it as much as I do? Oh, pro tip, you know what I saw this morning? So if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, fun fact, y'all, there's something, it's a Facebook group, it's called SSS, Super Saturday Stampers. I'm just making that up, I don't know, SSS. And they, beautiful demonstrators from all over Canada get together and they do projects, like tutorials like this. There's an agenda and everything, every 45 minutes for like the whole day. It's a lot. It's super fun. It's all recorded and everything, so you can go back to it. But Tamara Taggart, Tamara, geez, sorry, I apologize. Not that you're probably going to watch this, but Tamara, I want to, not Taggart, she's a news person. Tamara Bertram. She's hilarious. She's got a goat in her basement. I love it. I think, anyways, it's fascinating. She's hilarious. Love to listen to her ramble about all sorts of things. But I'm getting to my point. What she showed this morning is, you know how if you have your tape runner, I'm not going to run and get mine because, and let's say it has a hard time starting. You know how sometimes okay, wait. Let me get this thing. And sometimes this doesn't grab all the time. Like, see how it's not grabbing? Watch this. This is a pro tip. She just said, if you start on a silicone mat, off the mat, oh yeah. See? You start off the mat and it starts it for you. And then of course this is silicone, so it just pops right off. Fun, hey? It's a good tip. I don't need that. Okay, so sponge daubers, because we're gonna do a little, I think I'm gonna go Pear Pizzazz. Ooh, look at the comments. Painted Poppy set tied for your favorite. Yeah. Kate, how could you possibly forget? Because I know you've done an order this week. I should have reminded you. Should have. Okay, so this is just a scrap piece of paper, and I want to just give a little love. These are a bit, the blending brushes are a little better, but I felt like they were maybe a bit too big. Yeah, that's good. Too big, and then I'm just getting a wet wipe here. I have a whole baggie of these. Darned if I know where they are. So I'm just gonna clean that because I didn't push very hard. And I want to, let's go maybe mint macaron. So mint macaron is this shade in here. Looks very similar. Oh yeah, Can you see? Maybe it's a bit far away. Let me bring this to you. Mint macaron and pear pizzazz. Very similar. 7 to 4. Yes, it might. I watched the first two. Sue Phillip did a lantern. Looks so cool. And then she put candies in it, I think. She did a Christmas one and a fall one. A little ambitious for me, but she did an amazing job. She has a Santa hat on. I'm like, girl, it is 7:30 in the morning and you're busting out, getting us rolling with an awesome 3D project. Okay, let's just do this one while we're looking at it. I don't think I'm gonna need this many. Let's keep that one white. Okay, now, got a lot of elements happening here, so let's move them all to this mat so we know where they are when it's time to put stuff together. Okay, so, you with me still? Let's deal with this. Shoot, I think I wanted this cut out of white. I don't know, let's see what the vellum does for this. I'm gonna go back to pear pizzazz. Have you guys blended on, ooh, that was loud. Blended on vellum before? I feel like it's not gonna dry. Let's try. See what happens. Oh yeah, that works. I'm happy with that. Okay, so these pieces, so I've cut 2 of these out of the dies, one out of vellum, one out of basic white. They do nest, whoops, like so. And then this poppy flower nests over, it also matches like so. You can get really crazy with the colors for these. I'm keeping it simple and doing white. But if you were to, you know, go on Pinterest, wherever you sort of look for inspiration, besides the Canadian Stamper, you would see so much. There's a ton of projects, like a ton, for this set. Okay, so I'm gonna take my bone folder and I want to just give some depth to these pieces. I want them to lift a bit. So I don't know that this card at the end of the day is going to be conducive to mailing. It's kind of fancy. So let's build the center of this card. I just want this to be lifted a bit like the other one. Okay, so I'm going to add some glue here. So I think really that's what makes the difference with Avid cards is the layers. Being able to sort of see and build the different layers. Okay, so when I make these flowers, I like to leave, like I'm not gonna mess with all this business out here. Gosh, can you imagine? You definitely need the adhesive sheets. I don't, so I don't mess with it for a couple of reasons. One, because I don't want all the glue everywhere, but the other part is that I like the look of it not sitting flat. So see how, oops, it moved a bit. No. See how it's got a bit of, like it doesn't all have to be perfectly down. So I think I'm gonna layer these 2 pieces. Okay, so what's everybody doing today? What's happening in your world? I submitted my last paper for leadership last night. So I'm glad to have that finished. That one class anyways. I've got organizational behavior. I think it might be the last class after this. So see how, so we've got basic white. I've got a bit of Pear Pizzazz. I'm layering this. I'm debating whether or not I want to crunch this up. I don't have another, so if I crunch it, I'm committed. I'm scared. I don't want to do it. And then I'm putting this. Now, I don't know that I might go off kilt a bit. Oh, maybe not. Anyways, my point is that you can see the green in behind. I think you probably could have achieved the same with some maybe blue, balmy. I've got balmy blue, which will bring out, you know, some of these colors. Okay, so I've got this piece together. I want this to have some texture as well. So, hello to my YouTube friends. And hashtag replay if you're catching me on the replay. I know some of you have messaged to say you're, you know, committed to doing some stuff. Pam, you're going to meet your friend at lot 1. Too busy for any chores today. Yes. I'm always good for not doing chores. What's lot 1? Is it a restaurant downtown somewhere? Probably. I think I'm gonna snip this. This little flower in behind here is gonna be kind of covered up anyways. But I want this piece, I just want these to be similar to the base of the flower. So these flowers are soft and not kind of the wow factor. But if you are doing projects or have done projects with this set before, making these flowers the wow factor is really a good idea. Oh, I should have popped this up. Too late. I'm committed. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. Now let's work on, we're gonna stamp. And then we're gonna start putting this thing together. So I'm gonna use this. It looks as though I've not used it yet. So that's interesting. How many years have I had this stamp set? What do you guys do? Do you guys leave your stamps in the, I mean, you couldn't do it for photopolymer, but in the red rubber ones? Do you leave them or what do you do? Do you take them out? I kind of do both, I guess. So you get to see a bonus on how I put these together. There's a few different ways, whatever people are comfortable with. This one's pretty easy because it's just paint splatter. So if you don't get it perfectly lined up, the chances of precision being required for paint splatter is pretty low. Okay, so I want to just see, yes, I might actually do some blue too. So this is all about building our layers and texture. Okay. Avoiding red rubber stamps because you don't want to put them together. You know, that's funny. I never even look to see like which ones are red rubber and which ones are photopolymer. I just sort of whenever it arrives, it arrives. But that's funny, Kate, how that's something that you would look for. Interesting. Okay, let's see what this color. Oh yeah, Those are pretty colors together. Mint macaron and what is this? Balmy blue. I dig it. I'm gonna do a little overlap. Hi, Erica. I hope you're feeling better. You must not have gone to Clay Tree today. That's another bonus of being a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, is there's an event up at Clay Tree today. So Clay Tree is a place in Nanaimo, and who is it? Susan works there, and then we rent out the place. Looking for my stamp set. Wildly Grateful, here it is. We rent out, or she rents out the space, and then we go and we craft all day. It's basically what happens. It's a long day, but it's so awesome. All right, now we are going to heat emboss because we're avid card making. So let's get out the tools for embossing. So I'm going to do it on black. You can now get from Stampin' Up, what's happening here? Oh, there. An embossing kit. I don't have it because I kind of have stuff, but if you're new, if you're new to doing heat embossing and things, it's a good option. I think it's got a tray, and it's got a paintbrush. Where's my paintbrush? Here's my paintbrush. Sorry, I don't remember what else it has in there, but it's kind of like a starter kit almost for heat embossing. And that's new for them. So just in case you, excuse me, have never done this before, Versamark, which is in with the inks in the Annual Catalogue. So it is clear. It's clear ink, basically, sticky. And I'm stamping. So that other thing I did was, it's almost like baby powder, because you're just getting the static off of the paper. That's why you're doing it. So now this is your embossing powder, which we're gonna melt. So I'm just shaking it over. This is just a piece of cardstock. I tap it like this because I want all the granules to get into all the places. And I'm gonna give it a little flick because it's got little wispies that hang around. So the purpose of the paintbrush, if you do your paintbrush and you do this way, like you're getting rid of some little wispies, be careful as to how it's angled. So I try to angle it down so that as I detach the wispies, it's falling off my project. Hi, Lance.
Hi.
Are you guys leaving?
Zach doesn't have enough time to get ready.
Oh. We might have friends moving here who we worked with in maybe moving here. Fingers crossed. And they're here in town for a wedding. So Lance is going to visit with them. Okay, here's your heat tool. Stampin' Up, you've got 2 settings. And so now, just while I talk, I'm just heating it up. Yes, Lori, we'll see you tomorrow for the Gnome projects. I'm gonna actually show you all the Gnome projects. Okay, so I've let this heat up. I'm on the number 2. So now what's happening is that I'm gonna heat this up and it's gonna melt. And this is heat embossing. I don't know that you'll be able, oh yeah, there it goes. Maybe, hopefully you can see it. So sometimes you need to get little tweezers because it's very hot on my fingers, but it's okay. That's it. Heat embossing, done. So it's like a raised deal. Okay, so now I'm gonna get fancy and I'm gonna cut around this, I think. So you can now get dies that stamp a whole bunch of greetings, and then the dies cut out similar to like what I'm doing. They do an outline like this. I don't have those dies, but I do like the look. Whoops. I think some people take those dies and they'll just like stamp and do a whole bunch of them and then just keep them off to the side and pull them out to, you know, add to your project as you need it, which is a great idea. Yeah, so that's heat embossing. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Boom. Okay, I think we might have all of the pieces. So this is my little tabletop garbage. There's a YouTube video on how to make that from a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Okay, I think I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's put all of this together. All right, so I have used, this is no longer available. Stampin' Up has moved on to just doing dies, but I have these because they're so handy. So 1 3/4 inches. This is one of the dies from the set, from the Painted Poppies, and I have some glue on there. So I've cut it out of vellum and basic white. So my piece of vellum wasn't quite big enough, but it's fine because this is going to be covered, so it's all good. So I'm going to add this to the center. Just happens to fit perfectly. And now I'm going to start to think about how I want this put together. Lori, you have these, but you haven't put them together yet, or you haven't used them yet. Oh, wow. Well, you're going to be pleased when you get the chance, because they're pretty awesome. There's so much inspiration too on social media and whatnot. Okay, ready? Where's my flower? My big one. Uh-oh, I forgot to glue this to the base. So I am sticking my glue, like I don't want to come out here with the glue because you'll see it through the vellum and I don't want that look. If you do want that look, then go ahead and add your glue as you wish. So I'm just hold that for a hot minute. So I'm going to do my dry building. You know how that goes. Yep. So my main focal point here are my flowers. Hopefully this is dry enough. So I'm gonna go like so, and then this little guy, which I kind of wish that I had some white under there, but I'm gonna live with it the way it is because I'm too lazy to go cut another piece. This is gonna live under there. So now I've got these smaller pieces, which I'm gonna stick under here. This is kind of the look I'm going for. My casing. So you could for sure use some of these, but you'd have to just snip them. I suppose you don't have to. You'd probably want to snip them because they'd be very long, you know? You could actually probably snip it and then you could use the other pieces. So back to what I was saying as far as Avid cards. Oh, I kind of like that, how you can see it in behind. Avid cards are, in my opinion, have a lot to do with the layers. So if you're committed to doing the fussy things, oh my gosh, y'all, I love this. Nailed it. Love it. Okay, let's glue it down. I'm so excited. Do you like it? Give me a thumbs up. Let's just have a look. So I've got these iridescent doodads. I just want to, geez, I really wish that I would have remembered who, or I would have captured in my screenshot who made this beautiful project from years ago. Unfortunately, I did not. It's in a different language. Dutch, German, maybe? They do such beautiful work. If you can come across the Stampin' Up! Demonstrator who is in Europe somewhere, check them out. Beautiful, beautiful work. They are avid card makers. Faux show. Anyway, she had a piece of, no, it's too much. Too thick. Okay, let's glue. and get this going. Gosh, I don't want to take it apart because it's so pretty just the way it is. Okay, so elements, building layers. Whoops, I wanted this one in behind. So I'm being mindful as to where I'm putting the glue because I want it to not shine through. So there's those. Chaos at your house. Uh-oh, chaos at your house. I thought you might be going camping, Kate. With your baller? That's a joke because during celebration, the little camper, and I didn't know the name, if it was baller or bowler. I think it's bowler. Apparently it's not that important for me to try and remember. Camper, can we just call it a camper? It's funny. Okay, so you could go off the card a bit if you wanted, if that was making you happy. And then what you would do is just when you're finished, I turn it over and then take like a long pair of scissors and just cut up the side. Nothing wrong with that. I kind of don't want, they're too even. Stand by. Making a bit of a hot mess here. You love it. Thanks, Wendy. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do, where are my dimensionals? I'm feeling like I want to pop this up, but I only have mini dimensionals. That's gonna be annoying. Hang on. Oh my gosh, I don't know where my dimensionals are. Let's go here. Here's a fresh sheet. Okay. This is good. Now, when you're adding in your layers, when you add dimensionals, you just want to be mindful because when you're putting in, like when I'm putting the leaves under, it might bump into the dimensionals, but you can work around that. No problem. Okay, so that's gonna go about there. Yeah. This one might just get glued. And I am gonna go down here because it's gonna get covered. So you see where your glue is popping? Yep, see, and I'm hitting a dimensional there. It's all good though. Don't worry. Well, that one will work out. Yeah, so Lance is heading out to go meet friends, maybe tour them around. If they do move here, they're gonna need to get a place. So we gave them our favorite realtor's name, Cheryl Laidlaw. She's the bomb. So we're hoping if they do move here, then they come and live near us. Yeah, I'm happy with this here. Gosh, I just really like this project, if I do say so myself. Okay, and I think maybe I will pop up this little sentiment because I just have these little guys right here. These I think are from a paper pumpkin maybe. Kate and I have been doing some crafting with the gals at work. It's so fun. And it's a beautiful way to spend the afternoon, or like lunch hour, I should say. Coming from the person who never leaves her desk, ever. And so I appreciate the crafting time, even though I'm not really working. Yep. Okay, we're so close to being done. And I'm about to show you, hang in there with me because I'm about to show you the Gnome projects for tomorrow's class. Whoops, that's too. I actually want this to go under. Will you go under? I need tweezers. Where's my tweezers? I do have one extra set of kits for the Gnome class tomorrow. Like I made one extra. So I'm either going to give it away, or if somebody is interested in joining, I mean, it's super last minute, but it's possible if you're interested. I feel like something needs to go here. Do I cut this, do you think? Sure, let's cut it. Just want to add a little, because I have it, so why not add it? Love it. Okay, let's add our little gems. Do you guys get, are you proud of yourself when you do a project that you really like? I love that feeling. That's what's happening right now. It's too much. I'm going down here. Oh, and let's not forget Winkastella. Actually, I lied to you. I'm going to use Contraband. Close your ears if you're Stampin' Up. I'm going to use this. I don't even know where I got it. It's Shimmer Spritzer. And I'm going to, not right now, but I will afterwards, spray this so it's got like a whole shimmer thing going on. Now, you can make a Shimmer Spritzer. You would take some of the, I don't know how you would do it actually, but you can do it because I've seen people do it. Stampin' Up with Stampin' Up stuff, like get a bottle and some glitter. Actually, I lie. I'm being indecisive. Oh. I'm gonna add shimmer. I don't know if Christine's watching today, but I'm adding glimmer, some bling. I think the vellum could actually handle the bling as well, but I'm not gonna sit here and do that with you. I might do it afterwards. Yeah, that's pretty. I dig it. Nailed it. Love it. There it is. Maybe give me a thumbs up or a heart. Feel free to share this too. If you have other people that you like to craft with and stuff and they might get inspiration, then feel free to do that. Now, let me show you the Gnome projects. Thanks, Gail. I love it too. Cool. Okay, so let's do gnomes. Now, the Gnome class, 5 projects, virtual, private videos, or in person. I just love the gnomes. Like, I absolutely love it. So this guy's got a bit of, let me just take it out of the package. So he's got shimmer on his beard. And there's another gal, Susan Campfield, and she's got the feet moving. I haven't watched her video yet to see how she's doing that. I think she maybe puts I think they call them a brag or a brad in there. So that's the first one. And then there's this one. So this uses the designer series paper. We're cutting and coloring however you wish to color. Comes with these little mushrooms. And then these tree dies are from a different set. So this class is 30 bucks or free with purchase of the bundle. So the bundle is going to be back in stock, I think next week actually. So this one's fall. I originally had the base on pumpkin pie and then Lance said it looked too much like Halloween. So I changed it. Now this one, the only stamping that's happening here is with the sentiment. So these are die cut. All of these actually are die cut. And then from the designer series paper, I've fussy cut these. And then the designer series paper here, that's a die that cuts out all the circles. And then actually in the package, I've left the circles in so that you can use them like in another project if you want. And the last one, the pièce de résistance, is this one. Yeah. So I do have one kit package left if you're interested. You don't have to attend tomorrow. I can send you the videos as well. So that's anywhere in Canada. These are die cut from the designer series paper, but you could also stamp them and color them if you wish. Sometimes that takes a bit of time when doing a class, everybody trying to color and things drag on. The designer series paper, and then this is the ribbon that comes with the kit. So this one, I don't know, you could, it'd be a bit touch and go for, I mean, some of this might get smushed in the mail, but it's cute, right? Okay, so let me know if you're interested in the class. Yes, Lori, class starts at 10. So you can come in person if you're here. So that's gonna be Sunday, September 18th. Or I will send you videos. Everybody gets the videos anyway, so you can make them later as well. Okay, and then here's today's project. Lots of good inspiration. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm off to my class, and I hope you have an awesome day. Awesome weekend. Enjoy, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.